Are you tired of being in Prague? Are you tired of tourists clogging the streets? Are you tired of trams ringing away all day? Then you should come to Pardubice. What? You're still in Prague? All the cool people went to Pardubice. Come to Pardubice. It has everything you could ever want and more. A cool castle, a huge bridge, electric buses, KFC, Green Park, cute old town, and spinning pizza. What are you doing? Come to Pardubice right now. Come to Pardubice.
Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing pretty fine, but I'm kinda sick, so sorry if my voice sounds different. Isn't it cool, like I can just walk around here and you can hear me whether I stand here or here. I can be here, I can be here, I kinda can't hear on one ear. I can be all over the place. It's weird. But anyway, we have a video to get through. So my friend invited me to go to Pardubice. His name is also Muhammad, so it's two Muhammads on a train. Nothing to see here. It was my first time going to Pardubice and I had no expectations. And I think it's a good way to get into anything in life. It's hard to be disappointed if you don't expect anything good. We arrived in Pardubice and the train station there, nothing special. You know, just another Czech train station. Might as well be in Zlín. And our two options were either walk 30 minutes or take a bus, and that would take also 30 minutes. We opted for walking. We saw a little bit of Pardubice. There wasn't honestly nothing too interesting. There was a McDonald's. There was also a skate park, which I think is pretty cool. I'm sure there's skate parks in Prague, so that's a bonus point for Pardubice. Then we just walked and there was not much to see, honestly. Like, we were going to a very residential area and it reminded me of every Czechoslovakian city ever. You know, just like Soviet cities. That's what it is, it's an ex-Soviet city. But, you know, I would say charming. Maybe it was the weather. So the reason why we went there, well, I got bamboozled by the other Muhammad. He just texted me, hey, you wanna go to a chess tournament in Pardubice? I was like, okay. Turns out it's not chess. I mean, it is chess, but it's a totally different version of Japanese chess. This is not what I planned for. I don't even speak Japanese, and I just learned how to play chess last night. I played one game against the computer on easy mode, and I won, so I was feeling pretty confident, but it didn't occur to me to learn Japanese as well, so I was kind of out of the tournament. But it's all good. I like spending my Sundays in old Czech pubs anyway, so I was just observing the tournament from afar. If you're cool and not a nerd like me, you might be wondering, what is Japanese chess? Okay, I get that you're in Japan and you're trying to play chess. How does someone even think of playing Japanese chess? Make a tournament out of it, then going to Pardubice to attend that tournament. So it turns out there's this thing called shogi, and it became popular thanks to, you guessed it, anime. So I did some research into this, and yeah, these guys are fucking nerds. No, but really, I think it's cool, you know, to have hobbies and stuff. I like it when people are passionate about things, however nerdy they are. So after we arrived at the tournament place, my friend Muhammad felt like we didn't walk enough, so he made me walk more, and we got some breakfast in KFC. And it was very delicious. Here's a slow-mo of me eating that breakfast. This baby was 40 crowns and it was surprisingly huge and also very tasty. So if you've never been to KFC, it's a restaurant that serves fried chicken. And it's good. So go get it. Then we went back to the chess tournament. Well, I was there just editing and drinking soda. After they finished the tournament, Mohammed did fairly well. He was in the 10th place and I think he achieved his goal. I mean, I'm sure if I played that day, I definitely wouldn't make the 10th place. So I think we can pack our things now and get the fuck out of there. Well, so here's the thing. As we were walking towards the center of Pardubice, things got better, you know? The entire place stopped looking so depressing. But I have to say, Pardubice as a city, I mean, even before we entered the center, I kind of liked it. There was this river, there was this crazy tower that I don't know what the purpose it serves, but it looked kind of cool. And the city was clean and the people seemed okay. A lot of people were riding either bicycles or they were riding scooters. So I guess that's the new cool thing to do in Pardubice. And as we moved on to the center, we made it to this park. I mean, I was kind of surprised that like this park exists in Pardubice because like that was the first cool thing I saw there. Not that, yeah, I mean that's honest. Like the rest of the things weren't as cool. I'm not trying to diss Pardubice here, okay? Yeah, so we found this park and it was super like very beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it, but it looked really great. And there was this coffee place that you could like look at the park from there. And there was this huge bush and the kids were climbing on top of that bush and it could hold them. I was like, whoa, this is quite impressive. Like how physics, and the park looked like, you know, there was just like grass fields everywhere, and it was like super chill there, and people were like, "Dee, I'm living my Pardubice life." Everyone seemed very satisfied, so was I, and I think so was Mohammed at the time. And also Mohammed brought his special carpet, so we could both sit on it. Yeah, so that was a very nice moment, and if you're ever in Pardubice, don't miss out on this very cool park. Go grab a coffee, go have a walk around, check out the levitating kids, and have a good time in Pardubice Park, that I will post its real name somewhere around here. It's gonna be on the screen. And then we moved on, and we just walked alone. We walked alone. We didn't walk alone because it was like me and him, you know. So it makes it kind of hard to walk alone if it's two people. So we walked along this wall. We were like, this is an interesting wall. It had holes every few meters in it. I suppose it was because guns and stuff were protecting from the enemy. And as we moved on, like, we were like, wow, this is quite impressive. I mean, there were these old buildings, and they were very charming. I felt like it's not even Czech Republic. I felt like, wow, this is somewhere in, I don't want to say Italy, so I don't want to offend the Italians, but maybe south of France after like a nuclear attack, but just like very cool. From there, we walked a bit more. We arrived at this castle. I think it's a castle. I'm no castle expert. If anyone is watching these vlogs, you probably know that castles are not really my thing. Also churches. If you visited one church, you've basically seen them all. And I mean, especially from the inside, like if you've been inside a church or a castle, find the best church, like Google the best church in the world and the best castle in the world, then walk in, look around, and now you've saved thousands of euros, because now you don't ever have to visit a castle or a church again. I mean, churches are free to enter usually. I can tell you exactly what's in that castle place. It's old rich people rooms, so they're kind of boring. It's like a big wooden bed. There's probably a chair, a table. Everything is like sprinkled with gold and ornaments, and basically that's it. Then you walk around and it smells like your grandma's place. But anyway, this place was very charming. Thumbs up to Pardubice. I think they kept this castle in a very good condition. Amazing place to walk around, honestly. There's multiple viewpoints. There's like this square structure that you can walk around, and there's like benches all around the place. And most importantly, I mean, not most importantly, but like what I found really awesome were all these peacocks. They were all around the place. They were saying stuff like, and one of them was going, and especially when the bell of the church rang, they would go, like all of them would go like, so yeah, that was really impressive. So yeah, I think we've seen everything this castle has to offer. Again, if you're into that kind of stuff, just go in, pay for a visit. You can walk inside, you can not see the castle, you can see the old walls and the old beds and all the old curtains and old carpets, and I'm sure it's gonna be a very memorable thing for you. So we got out of this castle place and we walked towards the city center of Pardubice, and there was a tennis court. So not only if you like castles, not only if you like parks, not only if you like Japanese chess tournaments, if you like tennis, Pardubice has got the things you need. The tennis court probably is the thing you need. Let's rewind to the match. You can see this guy is quite excited. He's like, I got the point, and he's right. Yeah, it was an out. You can keep your point, and now we can continue towards the city center. For me personally, this is perfection, what you're seeing right now. This is where I want to like lay on the floor and have a coffee and just like live my Italian dream. Although in Pardubice. There was also this very impressive fountain. Unfortunately, you could not drink the water from it. I always wonder like why you like can't you drink the water from the fountains? Like why? It's probably like all the water in Czech Republic you can drink it unless it's from like a lake. And that water in that fountain, it seems very clean. Like what's the problem? Is it because they're like it's circulating in there all day? And if it is, then I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, once I was greedy and I saw a coin in the fountain, and I was like, oh, okay, I will take this coin out. Not really a valuable coin. Then I got eczema on my hand, or some kind of allergic reaction. So I guess this is the story. Don't get eczema, and don't be greedy. Moving on, there's many more cute streets in Pardubice. Again, I was seriously very pleasantly surprised about all of these cute streets that you can see in this city. So to that, I can only say, do it. Just do it. Don't stay in Prague. I mean, stay in Prague for as long as you like it. But at some point, you're gonna be like, okay, I've seen a lot of Prague, but you can be like, okay, I've seen enough Prague for a while now, and just pay those 85 crowns, get on the train, and in 1 hour, you're in Pardubice. And Pardubice are fucking awesome. Honestly, for a day trip, I'm sure, you know, change of pace, it's much more chill. There's like 90,854 people, I know because I counted them all. I'm sure there's a lot of nice restaurants and cafes. We saw them, we just didn't go into any. Honest guides have a cool video about Pardubice that shows you different spots you can visit. We watched it after we went to Pardubice. It was still a super enjoyable visit for me. I checked the prices in the place as we were walking around there, and they didn't seem much different from Prague, so I guess, I don't know if it's a minus, maybe it's good for the people in Pardubice, but I wouldn't say it's like, hey, go to Pardubice to save money. And what impressed me quite a lot was the train station, because when we arrived in the morning, I was like, not very impressed. But when we went there the second time, I saw like, wow, there's another fountain, and there was a statue of this guy that I've never seen before, and there was this weird chair that you could like sit on while you buy tickets. Especially, there was this map of Czechoslovakia, and you could see like all the different cool places in Czechoslovakia, and you could see like all the different cities and different castles that you can find in Czechoslovakia. That map impressed me quite a lot. Maybe it will impress you if you like maps of Czechoslovakia. Unfortunately, there was no Zakarpatska Rus. There's no trams in Pardubice, there's no metro, surprisingly. There's probably a subway. The public transport is these electric buses, so thumbs up for Pardubice again. Also, we found a very cool place. It had pizza for 25 Czech crowns. I mean, I'm even lying now. It was 24 Czech crowns. Now there's people and I feel kind of awkward. So I think I'm gonna move. But how am I gonna live like this? Every time there's gonna appear people, I'm just gonna have to move places. The guy that didn't stand his playground. Okay. Now we're moving, we're escaping the adults, because I'm terrified of being seen as a YouTuber, although I'm trying to be one. Moving the story on. We found this place, well, I've been to that place before. It's called Popo, found in Czech Republic. I feel like everywhere except for Prague. It's impossible to get Popo pizza in Prague. And it's very delicious. It's like 24 crowns, which is super cheap. It's almost, that's less than €1. And it's a very delicious pizza. I always get the vegetarian one because I don't need pork. Mohammed got a pizza with salami because he, you know, he likes to explore. He likes to try new things. He also got potato croquette, 40 crowns, I think. I ate most of them. Point of the story is go visit Popo. I definitely recommend you going there. Get the cheap pizza. Yeah, thumbs up for Popo. And in general, thumbs up for Pardubice. And now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna edit this video. I think we should add like a human element to this, but this feels very human, doesn't it? We're talking to each other on the street, like two friends, walking from A to B. But what I wanna say, yeah, if you found this interesting, which would be kind of shocking to me, then leave a like. Even if you just, like, if you didn't hate this, if you're still watching this, leave a like. Or give me a subscribe immediately. Just let me know that you exist. That it's just not me and the camera. Just like, please, I am lonely. And you stay healthy and be strong. You know what? Just block him or her. Do the healthy thing. Like, you're better than this. But for real, thanks for watching and see you next week. Bye.
Are you hungry?
Well, now I am, when you make me walk here. This is what the Russian army uses. Beat. I'm gonna beat your ass. A board. Aww. And it's a Ukrainian McDonald's too.
Good, I'm good.
Kebab house.
The entire house.
Just for kebab. Who's this dude? Look at this dude. Is it Benedict Cumberbatch?